beer trolleys and stuff. We need to have the debt trolley. Matter of fact,
Jump on the
probably have some beer in it.
Right. We will have some liquor in the front so you can go ahead and take your couple of shots. And then, go on to the back. Your creditors are waiting on you. You pay them.
Correct.
You go out the back door. You get another shot on your way out because you realize we'll give you the shot. It won't be premium liquor to start off, but you know what?
Right.
We're going to give you something to calm your nerves, and it'll be all right. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the new business that we need to launch. Not the beer trolley, but the debt trolley.
Indeed, man, and it may go somewhere.
It can go somewhere. It could be a whole new business. It could be a whole new business and everything, because it just takes one idea for something to take off. Because one of the other things that I saw in the day paper was, because I stopped at one of my favorite stores to get my newspapers, because, that's part of how we stay up on things and everything. But the first place I stopped at, the paper was gone. And I think it was gone because this woman who's associated with the Duke School of Nursing came up with an app. And so I think she bought all the papers, at least in the first store I went, because she came up with an app that helps cancer survivors overcome the trauma of their treatment.
Oh, wow.
It says cancer diagnoses can herald looming life and death battles, often won, but some survivors are left traumatized by the fight. Cancer patients commonly walk away from life-saving chemotherapy and radiation therapy treatments having developed post-traumatic stress disorder. Duke University has created the Cancer Distress Coach app to help. And you're talking about the veterans. It says, based on a U.S. Department of Veterans app designed for soldiers, the Distress Coach helps those who are battling cancer, and it's downloadable on Android and iOS. So it's a new application from Duke. It has the potential to be adopted by clinical centers worldwide. So this woman who had the cancer, she was talking about how the app has helped her. So she said that she got her routine mammogram appointment on time on August 14th, 2014. The process was mundane as always until 2 days later. A nurse called her house and said, you need to come for a diagnostic. The following Wednesday, she was told that things were biopsied and it's more probable that you have cancer. And she thought she was mentally ready for it, but a diagnostic later, a doctor called her and told her that she had cancer, and she was not as prepared as she had thought. And all she heard was cancer. And so from that, she went and she looks like she's using this app. So let me see what else they say about this app and everything. But it definitely looks like it was very beneficial toward helping folks that are struggling with that ailment and things of that nature. So, sometimes it's just the simple things in life that are what are needed to help us and everything. So this is an app that came about in the area. So here's what it was. I was looking for the rest of the article. But it says that she had a trip planned and things of that nature, so she had to change all her life. It says the Cancer Distress Coach app, launched in May, is the brainchild of Sophia Smith, an associate professor at the Duke School of Nursing. The app gives cancer patients and survivors tools like guided meditations and relaxation exercises involving the light tightening and relaxing of their muscles, a step-by-step tool designed specifically for PTSD, coaches its users into relaxations, help identify the cause of agitation, and list best responses. So it's definitely an app that is looking like it could be very useful, and it was created right here in this area of Durham, North Carolina. So like I said earlier, they said it was modeled after an app that was used by the VA and was launched in 2011. So definitely you never can tell how things can come about in people's minds, and those kind of creations can be used to help thousands, if not others. Because another guest that I'm hoping to get on the show soon is Jasmine Stanley, who is she's an author and also looks like she might be doing a podcast soon, but she is not your standard person doing yoga, because she's actually a person that is more of the thicker build than what most yoga instructors we stereotypically think of. So she's right here in Durham, getting ready to move to New York, but she's definitely making some moves and noises as well, because she's not going to let what her body image is stop her from doing something she loves, which is namely yoga. So I'm hoping that we'll get a chance to get to talk to her on our show as well, because she's a young lady. She's only 30.
Okay. Nice.
So hopefully we'll get those people on in the near future. But like I said before, we definitely, if you've got ideas in your mind of things that you need to create or want to create, and as Cicely said, even with the idea of you've got a festival in your mind, you might have to start small, or you might have to start with a very basic plan, but just know that the dream can happen if you put your mind to it. And those are two examples of such a case.
Indeed, man. And you know what? We're going to wrap it up. We're going to close it out. What's your final thought on, Mark?
Well, you still got to get your music on for one, because we definitely said we were going to get the music on. Why don't you drop that number one more time and tell the folks where they can listen to us as well, and then I'll give you my final thoughts just in case somebody wants to give us a call. But if you'll drop down those, and if you miss one, I'll try to pick it up. But if you'll drop down those apps that people can find us on, and maybe even drop some of them states that we're in, so that the folks can hear their state represented. Don't have to name all of them, but maybe just drop a few. And then also, if you'll let folks know that telephone number in case anybody wants to call us in the last seconds as we wind the show down.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That number is 646-668-8393. We got listeners out there in California, Nevada, Texas. We got Illinois. We got North Carolina, where you are down there, Florida, Virginia, my home state, Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, New York, and, oh, yeah, I can't forget New Jersey. And also the other countries, the Dominican Republic. We already talked about Russia. We got Albania. We got, Ghana. It's growing. So catch the wave. It's the voice of the people, and we're going to keep moving and keep moving up. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, we're going to try to get all 50 of those states. And one of those ways that folks can get us if they're interested in learning and those apps and everything. I believe that if I remember correctly, because I'm the one who's organized a lot of those, but we're on iHeart, which is the number one now. We're so glad to be on iHeart.
Shout out to iHeart. We're a part of the iHeart family now. You can find us on TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker, of course, Blog Talk Radio. If you can, like the Facebook page, facebook.com/Ty Jones The Voice. And then we're also on Twitter. It's TVOTP14. So the acronym for the Voice of the People 14. We're everywhere we can be. We try to be. So, let's move.
That's right. We've got to move it on. As far as my thought for today, I've actually alluded to it some, but definitely, if you've got a vision, if you've got a mission in your life, no matter what that vision or mission is, definitely put down a plan, put it down in terms of having a concrete way that you want to achieve these goals. Don't just go at it willy-nilly. Try to have a plan. And also, it's important to have allies. One of the things that me and Cicely didn't talk about was I was on the original, one of the boards. I can't remember whether it was the original one or one of the earlier inclinations of the board for the article. So definitely I consider her an ally, and I know she considers me an ally as well. But it's always important to build up allies, folks that have got your back and you've got their backs as well in terms of trying to accomplish those visions and accomplish those dreams. I've talked about my good friend Janine that's over there in Nevada, and she's been definitely a supportive person in terms of trying to get us some other listeners out there on the West Coast and things of that nature. So definitely be sure that if you have those allies in your life, but follow the dream, have a plan, and build up your network in order to make it happen. And I'm glad that after we were introduced through this show that I can definitely put Dean Geronimo on that list of my allies as well. I saw that he did one of them Facebook contests, and I would be his cellmate. I believe his wife would be his soulmate, but I would be the cellmate, and I would have no problem in terms of going to battle in terms of trying to defend Dean if there were things going on that he needed defending with. And the ironic thing is that me and Dean, as of yet, and we've been doing this show now for 2.5, almost 2.5 years. But we have yet to actually meet face to face. We have seen each other's pictures. We have seen each other in terms of knowing what we're about. We talked about all kinds of issues, so we even know a little bit about our viewpoints and where we have like-minded thoughts and maybe even some different thoughts. But in terms of physically actually being in the same room, in the same place, that hasn't happened yet. But we know it's on the way to happening. And the last thing, and then I'm going to turn it over to Dean, that I've got to give a shout-out to. One of the things that I'm hoping to get to this year that I don't know how I'm going to get to it, but I'm going to try to figure it out if it ain't nothing but for a day. But this is the biannual National Black Theater Festival Week. They're actually kicking off right now as we're talking with their gala. So this is the thing that brings in theater people, and not just theater people, but theater people, film people, and others that are in our cultural world to the city of Winston-Salem every odd year. So that being this year, it's an odd year. They started today. They will run until Saturday, and in the past, they have had folks that have ranged from Ruby and Ossie Davis to Mickey Grant to Malcolm Jamal Warner to Petrie Bird, who I'm hoping to get on this show sometime. Y'all know him as the bailiff for Judge Judy, to Dick Anthony Williams, to the list could go on and on. If you can name a famous person that has made it in a theater as well as in the movies that is one of our folks, there's a good chance that they have appeared in Winston at that National Black Theater Festival. I mean, Esther Roll has been there when she was around and everything. So they have had some great legacies. I know that I'm definitely hoping that I can make it down there for a minute, at least for a minute, if it ain't nothing but for a day, to check out the scene. It will be kind of surreal because some of the legends, including the founder of the festival, Larry Leon Hamlin, and my good friend and one of my mentors, Garland Thompson, are no longer there, but their legacy still lives on, even though they have been gone for a couple of years, or in some cases 4 or 5 years since they have left this planet and this plane. But their memory and their legacy still lives on, and I'm hoping that I'll see some people down in Winston-Salem so I can tell them about the podcast, and who knows, maybe even get some of them on the show.
Yes, for sure. And we look forward to many more episodes. It's been over 100 episodes so far. Like you said, all of those platforms that we listed, especially, again, salute to iHeartRadio, because we're now a part of the iHeart family. And Monday night, 7 p.m., 646-668-8393 for Todd Jones, Mark Lee. It's the six-man Dean Geronimo, and I'm going to rock this thing out. My girl Rhapsody, it's called The Point, y'all. And if you don't know, get familiar. Jamla's the squad. Rock Nation is the family. Soul Council's the foundation. The rest is the future. And welcome to Jam Rock. We'll see y'all next week.
Sounds good.
Oh, it could be the point of letting go. It could be the point of, it could be better. One more time. It could be the point of letting go. Third time's a charm. It could be the point of, it could be the point of letting go. No catch 22, point guard, love. It could be the scared money don't make money. Be your own boss, make more than they make from you. Gotta lose old friends, cause some of them cancerous. Let go and make different moves, everybody can't dance with you. Know that you pray to God, make room so he'll answer you. I chose to leave Cooley High, but I love him, we family, bruh. Gotta leave home sometimes, to see from a different view. Let go of control sometimes, and watch how some others move. Everything is a chess game, I learn how to play well. Let go of them lame dudes, peace out the wax females. Go get you a real one, so you learn how real love is. My people said go ahead, I'm on it like Kim Fields. Facts. These are the facts of life. If you get it wrong, let it go so you can get it right. The point of letting go, the major sign is from the start. It's because God wanted us to time with the rock. It could be the point of, it could be the point of letting go. Oh, it could be the point of letting go. It could be the point of, it could be the point of letting go. Oh, it could be the your ego gon' hold you back. My ethos was in burritos from 76. Got a lot of hood in me, that's why the hood love me. Ain't grew up in the hood, but I learned from my play cousins. Play with the boys when I was growing up, boy. Can't listen to reason if you still stuck in the noise.